Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tenzin 909, or welcome back if you are a lovely viewer. Today, I'm going to be doing a video that I was wanting to do for a couple of days now, and that'll be 25 essential album openers and 25 essential album closers. Basically, the this to me was an inspiration from video series that Jason did on his channel called 50 Essential Albums of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And, well, obviously, I don't have anyone doing it with me right now, but that's sort of what it reminded me of, what inspired me to do this. And so thank you, Jason, for that. And, I mean, no one's watching the video right now, but yeah. Um, Coming in, well, this isn't in any order, by the way. I'm just going to be counting from 1 through 25. So starting off with the album openers, with the first choice is from the Fleetwood Mac album, Rumors, and that is Secondhand News. Yeah, really, really strong opener. Definitely the strongest Fleetwood Mac album opener. And I definitely, I limited myself to only one opener per band. So yeah, I did that because if I did that, I would have a bunch of Beatle openers. I would have a bunch of Who album openers. It would just end up making things very uneven. So I just stuck with one song per band. Second song, next one, Carousel 44. This is gonna be a very quick video, just to clarify that it's not gonna be a long video. Just me reading off 25 album openers that I think are very essential. Yeah, Carousel 44, definitely the strongest Zombies album opener. I mean, out of all the albums they had, this is definitely their best one, Odyssey and Oracle. Next album opener is from the Who Sell Out. I had options. I had Overture. I had Bob O'Reilly, Out in the Streets, Run Run Run, new song, but I stuck with Armenia City in the Sky, the Who Sell Out opener, because that just happens to be my favorite. Next one, I picked "Do It Again" by the Beach Boys, and again, they had a bunch of great openers. I mean, almost all their albums had an amazing opener. I just ultimately picked "Do It Again." Next album opener is Taxman, opener for Revolver, and really great way to open up a Beatles album. Definitely my favorite Beatles album opener. Very, very good song. Next song is from the Turn 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 album by the Byrds, and you guessed it, it's the title track, Turn Turn Turn. Yeah, great opener. Next choice is from Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is another band that I could have went with any of their openers. I Put a Spell on You, Born on the Bayou, Green River, Down on the Corner, but I went with Ramble Tamble because that song is just epic. So yeah. Next song I picked "Carry On" by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Again, I had options. I had an option between this song or "Sweet Judy Blue Eyes," and both songs are amazing, by the way. But if I had to pick, it would be "Carry On" from their Deja Vu album. Again, with David Bowie, he had a lot of options. "Modern Love" from Let's Dance, "5 Years" from Ziggy Stardust, "Space Oddity" from his second self-titled album, "Man Who Sold the World," with the Width of the Circle. I could have picked, but I went with "Changes" from Hunky Dory. It's my favorite David Bowie album opener. Next one, yet again, I had a ton of choices. "Break On Through to the Other Side" by the Doors, "Strange Days" from Strange Days by the Doors, "Hello, I Love You," "Tell All the People," "Roadhouse Blues." I had all those options, but I went with the Changeling from the LA Women album. That's my currently it's my favorite Doors opener. Next one is Then the Heartaches Begin by the Hollies, opening from their Evolution album. Another just really strong opener. Next band I had to pick from was Jefferson Airplane. I feel like with Airplane they were the obvious. This one was the more obvious one, but She Has Funny Cars. That's definitely, to me, a very strong album opener compared to the other ones they had. Next one I picked I had three choices from Hendrix Experience. Purple Haze. That was to me the easiest choice to make because other than that, like I like EXP from Axis Blues Love. It's good. It's not the best, but and then and the God and the Gods Made Love. I mean, Electric Ladyland's my favorite Hendrix Experience album, but if you ask me, I mean, I mean, it goes well with the album it's on, but it's not. I don't know. It's not a track necessarily I'm gonna be going back to. Purple Haze is a great opener though. Okay. Just gotta look up on my list. Next one is from the Kinks. They had a ton of choices from their what I consider to be their 5 album run. They had Party Line, Village Green Preservation Society title track, Victoria, The Contenders, but I went with David Watts. That's my favorite album opener by the Kinks. Led Zeppelin, I mean, next one's a Led Zeppelin song, but any of these Led Zeppelin album openers are essential. Even on their weakest album, Presence has Achilles' Last Stand on it, but ultimately I decided to go with Immigrant Song. That is my all-time favorite Led Zeppelin opener. Next one is by the Mamas and Papas. It's another band I mean, I wouldn't consider to be, well, Monday I was considering, but I went with No Salt on Her Tail because that song is awesome. I really like that song. Next track, I went with the Michael Jackson song, Want to Be Starting Something. I was either considering doing that or doing Bad from the Bad album, or yeah. But ultimately, I decided that maybe I thought I just thought it would be a better idea to do Want to Be Starting Something. It's usually the the go-to option, but just because it's a go-to option doesn't mean it's not good or anything. Next one is from Pink Floyd. They had a lot of great openers. One of Those Days from the Metal album. Shine On You Crazy Diamond from Wish You Were Here. In the Flesh from The Wall. Those were all amazing openers, but I went with Astronomy Domine on my list of 25 essential album openers. Hey, what's up? I'm just going by making a, as the video says, 25 album openers and closers. I'm just saying ones I would have put on my list, but like I said, I had to limit to just, Shine On You Crazy Diamond is just amazing. I love that song. I mean, that's so much great openers. Next one is Queen. Next one on my list is a Queen song on my essential album openers. I want to say Tie Your Mother Down. I want to say We Will Rock You. I want to say Keep Yourself Alive, but I picked Death on Two Legs from the A Night at the Opera album. That's my choice to put on the list. Next one, I put Mother's Little Helper. Again, Rolling Stones had so many great album openers, but my personal favorite is Mother's Little Helper. Next song I put on my list is 2112 by Rush. Technically, I mean, the first song it spreads out to an entire side, but this song is just it keeps you entertained the whole time. It just I don't even know how to. It's one of those songs if you never heard it before, just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it without a person having to just listen to it. That's how. Yeah, it's very complex. Next song that I put on my list is from Simon and Garfunkel, and that will be "Bridge Over Troubled Waters." Yeah, what an amazing opening track. Yeah, again, just one of those songs you just have to listen to for yourself. Love's in Need of Love Today by Stevie Wonder. That's my next pick on 25 Essential Album Openers. Um, my last two. Yeah, yep, best song of all time. Yeah, and it opens up Simon and Garfunkel's best album. Uh, second last song on my list, "Goodbye Hollywood" by Supertramp. Even though Breakfast in America isn't my favorite Supertramp album, the opener is definitely my favorite Supertramp opener. Yeah, that's on my list. That's on my list. That was the second song I mentioned. Yeah, that song is great. And speaking of a great way to end off the list, the last song on my list of essential album openers is "More Than a Feeling" by Boston. I want to say more. I want to extend this list to 50, but I'd just be here all night just talking about just great album openers. But yeah, I would say honorable mentions, but like I said, I'll be just rambling on forever. Yeah, that's my 25 essential album openers. Now, for my top 20, well, like I said, I wouldn't say it's a list. It's just me saying 25 songs. The now I'm going off to my 25 essential album closers. Yeah. 25 songs that I felt like, man, what a great way to end off this album. Like what I would consider to be very essential. Uh Starting off the list, speaking of zombies, "Time of the Season." Amazing way to close off that album. I mean, finding essential album closers isn't as for me. It wasn't as easy as finding the openers, but who knows? Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. Next one I picked from the Yardbirds, UK debut album, just self-titled Yardbirds. "Ever Since the World Began." That's a good one. Next one I picked by The Who, Rael, but I had way too many options with The Who. The Ox from the My Generation album. A Quick One While He's Away, I had the option of. We're Not Gonna Take It, Won't Get Fooled Again, Who Are You, Love, Rain or Me. It just the Who just didn't end off an album badly. They always started off strong. Well, not counting their 2000s albums. Like when they were at their prime, when they were making great music in the 60s and 70s, their album openers and their album closers were top notch for sure. Next, next song on my list is from Songbook by Stevie Wonder, the closer, "I Believe." "When I Fall in Love." Love that one. I actually really love Anna Hand Her Face. I love that song. It grows on me. It grew on me. It reminds me of something that will be on Quadrophenia. But yeah, I believe "When I Fall in Love" is a great way to end off Songbook by Stevie Wonder. Carry That Way. Oh, I said Carry That Way, but the entire Abbey Road medley. That was, if any of you like, even though it's not one solid closer, that whole the way that the Beatles ended off Abbey Road is just, even though they're not my favorite band, I don't think any band could ever top the way they ended Abbey Road, in my opinion, that is. Next song that I pick is from the Beach Boys, and also happens to be from the 2020 album that I picked from before. Cabin Essence. leftover. Even though most people just look at it as just a cruddy way to end off 2020. It's like, oh, it's just the unused Smile song. I think it's just a really, it's just a weird and crazy way to end off 2020. That the whole 2020 album is just a very interesting album, in my opinion. Next one, I wanted to put Billy Joel on my 25 openers list, but I had to pick him for closers because Billy Joel needs to be on some kind of list. And my favorite Billy Joel closer isn't from my favorite album, 52nd Street. I think it's a great closer, but I think Miami 2017 from the Turnstiles album is even better, if you could believe that. Memory of a Free Festival is the next song on my list from David Bowie. Miami 2007. Memory of a Free Festival from David Bowie. What a fantastic way to end off his 1969 album. I quite like that song. Stop, Stop, Stop by the Hollies is the next choice on my list. One of my favorite hits by the Hollies. Next song is from a Canadian band, Steppenwolf, and The Ostrich. That's my my favorite Steppenwolf closer. They didn't have a single. I mean, none of their albums really opened up that strong, but man, they closed out really strong on Ostrich. Speaking of Canadian band, Vital Signs. I mean, Vital Signs. I mean, come on, Vital Signs. I mean, oh man. I mean, I could have picked La Vita Strangiato, you know, Natural Science, Countdown from Signals. You know, I could have picked could have picked any of those, but for me, Vital Signs is just to me the clear choice on the best Rush closer. It just might be my favorite album closer in general. It's just the way that it just ends off the album on such a good note. Just I love the reggae Rush moving picture sound. I don't know. Some people might be like, "Dang, he really likes that song," but I do, and I have no problem with sharing that. Next song is, I mean, this has to be one of my favorite closers too. Desolation Row. Man, what a great way to end off 50 Highway 51 revisited. This has to be one Highway 61 revisited, I should say. I'm tired, so I'm gonna say some things that I might regret. My favorite closer for us is either Cygnus or Laville. Yep. Great choices. I mean, like I said, I could have picked those two, but I had to pick one, and I picked that. Desolation Row, though, by Bob Dylan. When I first heard it, I'm like, man, this is a masterpiece. What a fabulous way to. It's probably my favorite Bob Dylan song, if you ask me. I liked it from the first listen. I still do. Next song is from the Notorious Byrd Brothers. Definitely, I mean, in my opinion, this is definitely the Byrds' best closer. I know Breyer's not going to agree with me on this, but I really like Space Odyssey. It's just when I first heard it on, because my parents have what's it called? I can't think of it right now. My brain's blanking on me right now. Sirius XM radio. And when I first heard Space Odyssey, I'm like, man, this is so much different from what I'm used to with the Byrds. This was before I listened to Younger Than Yesterday. This was before I listened to the Notorious Byrd Brothers. I heard Space Odyssey on the radio the first time, Sirius XM. I was just blown away. Still am, honestly. That song is just awesome. Hats off to Roy Harper. Oh man. Sorry, Garrett. That's not on the list. There is a Zeppelin song on the list, but it's not that one. Sorry, Garrett. Oh man. Next one is from CCR. You could, even though it would end up making it 26. I have to give it a tie between Keep on Choogling from the Bayou Country album, and Long as I Could See the Light from Cosmos Factory. Those two songs are just both. I mean, again with Creedence, I could have picked any. I mean, besides Green River's closer, I could have picked any of the closers on Creedence Clearwater Revival. I mean, from the good albums, I'd say, like besides Rude Awakening, and what's that other one? And the Green River closer. Next one, I'm gonna say the Soft Parade from the Doors. That's probably my favorite closing by them. Second favorite, of course, going to Riders on the Storm. Those two songs are great. Elton John, sadly not on my openers list, but High Flying Bird from Don't Shoot Me, I'm the Piano Player. Beautiful way to end off the album. Next one, Got My Mind Set on You. I mean, great way to end off Cloud 9 by George Harrison. Yeah, The King Must Die is also a great song. I mean, Elton John knew how to. He's another one who just knew how to open and close his albums. I mean, for the most part. I mean, not. I mean, if you don't want to think. I mean, besides when I heard Johnny Be Good, that was a horrible cover, horrible way to start off the album. But for the most part, he had a really great set of opening tracks, Elton John, and closing tracks as well. Next one is from Led Zeppelin 4, easily Zeppelin's best closing track, and that's going to go to When the Levee Breaks. That song is awesome. Next song is by Iron Butterfly, and it's called En A Gata de Vida. I'm probably saying that horribly, but yeah. Victim to Love, the song is okay. Yeah, I heard the whole album. It's horrible. I think you saying the song itself is being generous, honestly. I don't like any of the songs on that album. Next one is by Jefferson Airplane, Plastic Fantastic Lover. Great way to end off Surrealistic Pillow. Is This the World Recreated by Queen? I could have, like I said, I mean, if God Save the Queen wasn't on Night the Opera, I would say, I would definitely say Bohemian Rhapsody as an essential, but yeah. Wait, that sounds like rock and oral. The Turtles, yeah. I couldn't think of a lot of like bigger bands, but the Turtles, they had a song called "The Closing," the Earth Anthem. Definitely one of their best songs, Earth Anthem. Whenever I listen to that song, I always makes me think about life. Earth Anthem, definitely one of the Turtles' finest songs, though. Jungle Land. Okay. Steely Dan actually is on this list. From my favorite Steely Dan closer is from the Asia album. And that is Josie. Amazing closer. Next one, second last song on my list, Sha-La-La-La-Lee by Small Faces. Love that closer. Oh yeah, Jungle Land. I for some odd reason I forgot about that from Born to Run, I believe. Yeah, it's from Born to Run. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't think about that. Man, I can't believe I didn't think that. Yeah. Let me. I guess take out Plastic Fantastic Lover by Airplane and replace it with Jungle Land, because Jungle Land's an amazing way to end off Born to Run. Last song on my list I decided to put on was 7 O'Clock News by Simon and Garfunkel, the Silent Night song. When I first heard of it, I didn't think of anything. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought it was just a throwaway songs and off uh, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. But after 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 being told what it was kind of about and reading the liner notes and just really thinking about it, just you know, for anyone who doesn't know about what it is, sorry, it's just this bee is just very loud. But oh, it came close to me. Um, yeah, it just makes you think about life. That song too. It's just Silent Night being, and then throughout the song, it just the 7 o'clock news just gets played, gets louder and louder as the song gets quieter and quieter. It just puts perspective on things then, and it kind of does now too. It's just what a great way to close off that album. Well, thank you for watching, Garrett. That is it with my video. 25 essential album openers and closers. Well, I didn't say in the video essential, but 25 album openers and closers. My opinion. Always gotta say that because there's always gonna be that one person that's gonna be like, oh, where's this song? Where's that song? I don't care. That's why I have to say it's my opinion. That's what's great about opinions, everyone could have it. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'm probably gonna listen to some Stevie Wonder albums and then go to bed. So long. Bye.